Well, hello. This is a very, very exciting time because we're back with another unboxing. The iPhone 13 has finally made it to India. What does it look like? What has changed? What has not changed? How much does it cost you? I have with me a dear friend and somebody who tracks all these developments very closely. Nikhil Chawla is now joining us. Nikhil, I'm glad things are going back to some sort of normalcy and we can get back to doing all these things. Exciting times. We have another new iPhone to talk about, finally reaching the Indian market. So without any further ado, first Nikhil, just quickly talk to our viewers what all do we have, and then we'll unbox the iPhone 13 for you right here to tell you how it looks, what it feels like, what are the new features, so on and so forth.
Absolutely. I mean, they've continued what they've shown us with the 12 series, like 4 different devices, and this one continues with that. So you have the 13 mini, you have the 13, you have for the Pro users 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max. The changes, we'll talk about it, but in terms of the changes I would talk about is, first of all, the configuration of the memory storage has gone up to 1 terabyte now. So this phone's, the Pro series has a 1 terabyte storage, and accordingly the costs have gone up for sure.
Of course. See, Apple always comes with a price, but this is something Nikhil and I have discussed over the years, that it is a loyal fan base that Apple enjoys, and they know what they are getting in when they want to buy this phone with that heavy price tag. The question is, with so many other new players coming in the market, can Apple still have that loyal fan base or not? Also, the question that a lot of viewers, wrote to us, has anything really changed from 12 to now? So this is, just to give you a sense, this is the previous version. We'll unbox the 13 now to show you what it really looks like and what has changed. So let's get straight to it then.
Well, first of all, the unboxing experience has changed completely. Apple is one of the first companies to remove the plastic packaging, and they claim that they removed 600 million tons of plastic wastage. So that's a great thing. So the experience has now changed. Instead of a plastic, now what you get is a peel-off sticker. So you just need to peel it off and the box unboxes. You want to do it? You want to go ahead? Why not?
Sure.
Go ahead. Let's do that.
The peel-off is off. So
from the other side also.
Oh, there's another one. Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay, looks beautiful, right?
It does. So this is actually a new color that they've introduced this time around. We usually see this with Apple every time they introduce, a couple of colors, a lot of bright candy colors also. This time I think a little more somber on the note of coloring, but otherwise pretty much the same iPhone box that we're used to. But let's get to the device itself.
So you pick it up as the usual, and it goes with your dress, to be honest. So we'll just peel off this, and this is the phone, how it looks. The camera module has changed. The phone is a little bit thicker because of the extra battery that you're getting this year, and the camera module has changed, giving you bigger camera modules this year. So that's the change in terms of what you look at.
But you know what I still want to go back to this, because this is where the interest really comes from. If you want to see what the difference is, this really is what the difference is. Does it feel a little lighter to you?
It is, because this is the Pro Max version.
Sure, so but even comparatively to the 12, I think it feels a slightly lighter, or maybe not.
It is a little heavier because of the extra battery, in fact. But it absolutely, I think because we are using it without a case or cover, so it feels like that. Also, if you look at the front, the notch has gone smaller for the first time in few years. So the notch is a little smaller now. And the best part about these devices is that, all of them have equal set of cameras. Other than the third lens, whether you are on a 12 mini, as little as mini, or you go to the Pro Max, you can do cinematic shooting of video, which is great.
Okay.
Now, the last thing in the box is, the cable, that's it, because you don't get any adapters, again, for environmental reasons. So this is the cable that you get.
Not sure if it's environmental reason or cost reasons, but okay.
This is the Type-C charger that you get, and the usual documentation, SIM pin, and the sticker that you get. So that's the iPhone 13. And this is how it looks, the pink color.
Okay, Nikhil, so we've unboxed it, and pretty much similar Apple unboxing experience. But let's talk about the phone itself. And the reason why a lot of people are raising questions this time around, the iPhone 13 is also because of the pandemic. Even the consumers' buying capacity has changed. Would you want to spend that kind of an amount for the phones? Is it worth it? Let's first go through what the pricing range really looks like. Talk to us about the pricing range. Let's start from the mini and let's go up 10.
So the mini is the most affordable, which is the 69,000 bracket, 69,900 rupees we get for the base model. If you go up further up, then you have to spend 89,000 rupees. then 1,09,000 rupees, and then 1,19,000 rupees, depending
and
on what
all for the base version.
Base variant. So the most expensive is definitely the Pro Max 1 terabyte, which is at 1,79,900. Now to your question, should you be upgrading? Is it like enough demand or hype about it? Yes.
Let me actually change the question. Let me ask you, so if somebody has a 12 or a 12 Pro already, does the upgrade make sense? Because usually, iPhone, as I said, has a loyal fan base. People want to upgrade when the new phone comes. Is there a change from, say, 12 to 13? Is there enough to spend that money?
See, there are changes that are subtle changes. You have to go by that. Apple would not be changing design entirely every year. That would not happen. If you remember the S series of devices they used to launch, so it was, internal upgrades and few changes that make it worth it. Now, for a person like me who likes shooting cinematic videos and whatnot, would definitely want to upgrade. And we should not forget, Apple has a lot of flaunt value. Everybody wants to show this new color or the Pacific or the Sierra Blue color on the Pro Max, showing that they have the latest device. So that will happen, and we all know that pre-orders have set records again. So if you should upgrade, well, if you want bigger battery, if you want better cameras, if you want a smaller notch, and if you are going for the Pro versions, then the Pro 120 Hertz display is something that has really, really evolved the display of the iPhone, which is the Pro Hertz display. Then you can also shoot ProRes videos. The processor is new. So these changes have been made. It's just not go by what it looks like, but also what it does, right?
Sure. But Nikhil, there was also a lot of chat about how this is probably falling under the bracket of what we see in the category of the S models. But probably Apple wanted to stay away from the name, considering the fact it didn't really clock a lot of numbers for them. Do you think just because Apple has that obligation to come out with a new phone every year, the changes are also becoming limited? And the reason I'm asking you this and simplifying this completely to the bottom is simply because of the competition that's there in the market. With a heavy price value and not too much of a change, does Apple still accord that kind of a market share?
Absolutely. I think, in fact, there are a lot of, obviously there are loyalists who will upgrade every year. And also, other than that, there are a lot of Android smartphone users who are jumping and leaping to the other side. And the reason for is that, the kind of privacy you get on an Apple device, the kind of updates you get for 6 years, the longevity of the device. For example, somebody who's using 11 or 11 Pro or 12 Pro might not need to upgrade, because if its battery is fine, he's happy with the cameras, he can go on another 2 years for it. And that's what, you get a good resale value also of your Apple devices, which is really important factor, especially in India when you need to upgrade. And now with the Apple education pricing and Apple, discounts on the Apple website, there are a lot of people who are jumping the gun from Android towards the iOS ecosystem. And once you're in the iOS ecosystem, the seamless, the secure, obviously I feel I'm sounding like I'm preaching something, but being a user for so many years, it's just like seamless experience for me, be it the iPads or the AirPod experience, whatever it is. It's just like you're always in this cocoon safe world.
Okay, so India always, of course, has a delay by the time we get the phones. What is your sense from the ground, Nikhil? What are the kind of expectations this time around? Because I don't want to go completely by the pre-orders, because not all of them convert, and we do see a back and forth. But what is your expectations, considering the fact it's coming about a month before Diwali?
Well, you'll see the queues tomorrow morning at the stores. I'm sure there are a lot of people who will be queuing up to get the store. And before Diwali, I think it was a right time, because people will be buying it a month or like 15-20 days in advance. So you have to have the device, and you have to have those views and the reviews out before people can make a decision. So I think it's a good time to launch it, and by the time it's Diwali, everybody knows how the devices are.
Okay, perfect. So we'll leave it there. This was the unboxing of the iPhone 30 with the good, bad and the ugly. Choice is up to you. Do let us know what you thought about this video and whether you've gone ahead and bought that phone. Thank you so much for watching.